All right, man. It seems like Detroit Lions have officially closed the door with this report on the Trey Hendrickson trades rumors. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hit the link in the description, the link tree, and follow me everywhere. Check me out everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, whatever. All right. So it says Lionsdale disappointing news on trade star Target. It says Detroit Lions have had this exciting offseason after a frustrating end of 2024. High expectation. Woo, 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 woo. So it says that Detroit Lions fan hoping to land Trey Hendrickson are destined for disappointment. A report emerged earlier this week that the Lions would not be amongst the team attempting to chase the star pass rusher. In some ways, this isn't a surprise when you consider Detroit's stress on bringing in draft classes to impact the team from year one. It is an organization that has turned the page on years of frustrating from poor choices on draft day. Giving up the picks it would take to land Hendrickson, it wouldn't take many picks. The report got as far as it won't even take 3 picks. That's not the problem. It's the money. Only return to pay veteran top dollar. That's the problem. You got to pay him between $30 to $35 million. We already reported that. What is an incredible risk. And it is a risk because he's 31 years old. On the Lions don't need to take to be considered amongst the team, but one of the best teams. But I do think they need to take this risk because they didn't do anything to alleviate the pain of pass rusher. Once you look at their depth chart, they have nothing outside of a Aiden Hutchinson. You don't trust Davenport. You don't trust Pascal. He don't get sacked. So they will not be a championship contender until they do something about a pass rusher. Trey Hendrickson can alleviate the pain. He can anchor that line until Hutchinson get healthy or until Lee McNeil come back too. Or you can say, you know what, we get Judon and Clowney, get them on 1-year deals and do it by strength of numbers. Do it by rotation. Now, so that's the only thing you really can do. You need two more guys, in my opinion. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get Derek Barnes back. They're gonna say, okay, we know you can rush the passer. We get you. We're gonna put Makai Wingo on in. I know they said they wanted to keep Onzarike D tackle. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna use Makai Wingo, leave Onzarike to help alleviate the pain. They're gonna do something cheap. And they're not championship contenders. Listen to me once again. They will not be championship contenders, putting those guys at defensive end. I'm telling you that right now. They will continue to struggle. They're playing against some elite quarterbacks, some old quarterbacks at it. Mahomes, Hurts, Daniels. They will not live up to the bill this year if they don't fix that pass rush. And like I said, the only other way is you go out and get a Judon and a Jadeveon Clowney and get both of them to round it out, but they won't do that neither. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to be cheap and y'all going to get false hope. And guess what? When you already thin at one position, guess what? Injuries hit that same position. So them being cheap will bite them in the ass. I'm telling you, them being cheap will bite them in the ass once again. But that's my perspective on it. That's my opinion on it. And I get it. You don't want to sit there and pay a 31-year-old guy 3 years, $90-something million. I get it. You got to pay other guys. The picks is not a problem. They don't want that many picks for him. If Hendrickson ugly offseason standoff with Cincinnati contingent veterans and destined to be traded, he gonna sit. They can probably trade him at the last possible minute. So the Lions was never going to trade for him. It wasn't because of the picks. It's because of the money. And you average 17, you got 17 and a half sacks the last 2 seasons. So in a way, you feel like you deserve, 30, 35 to $40 million, and nobody gonna pay him that money. And maybe if he was doing this in San Francisco, or he was doing this in Pittsburgh, or he was doing this, with the Kansas City Chiefs, he probably can get that money. But you doing that as part of one of the worst defenses in the league with the Cincinnati Bengals, that's the problem. That's the problem. So, they can shut the door on that. They can close the door on this chapter. They was never going to spend the money, even though he damn near tripled the sack total of Josh Sweat, when they didn't want to pay $21 and $22 million for Josh Sweat or match the $20 million that he got from Arizona, that should have let you know everything you need to know right then and there. If they didn't want to spend $20 million on Josh Sweat, why the fuck would they almost want to spend double on Trey Hendrickson? You got BB coming up. You got all these guys, Sam Laporta coming up. They're going to do that. But my whole thing is, and I get it, you don't ever want to differentiate, or you don't want to never venture off. You don't want to venture off what you believe in. And what they believe in is best player available. I just felt like they probably should have just took Mike Green from Marshall and been done with it. You didn't need another plugger. Think about it. You got Makai Wingo, Broderick Martin, DJ Reader, Levon Zarique, and that's even before you add Aleem McNeil back. You got Roy Lopez. At some point, they should have picked the pass rusher up. But like I continue to tell y'all, man, Brad Holmes is just, we went from a GM and Martin Mayhew and who didn't believe in, drafting DBs, being a DB yourself and love defensive linemen, to a GM who don't believe in drafting edge rushers and like to spend money and assets into the defensive backfield. We can just never get the right balance in Detroit. Mark my words, the Lions will be epic failures this year if they don't fix the pass rush. And time is running out. And I feel like the last way to fix their pass rush, the last way to fix their pass rush is Jadeveon Clowney and Judon or two type veterans like that you can depend on. And they won't get one. They're going to say we like our guys, and it's going to be an epic failure. A lot of y'all motherfuckers going to go down there, spend all y'all money, buy season tickets, and y'all going to be mad. I'm telling you that right now. It's too many components. It's too many components for this not to go wrong next year. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. You still didn't fix the pass rush. Come on now. This is destined to go wrong for them. They going in cheap route. They banking on, hey, yo, if we get healthy, we just healthy from last year, and it don't work that way. The league, they always look at the top teams and say, how do we stop them? And the Lions, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't predict seasons, but they don't fix that pass rush, they're going to be mad as hell. This team has not done one significant upgrade all offseason. Not one. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.